What is going on, guys? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon. PGA DFS Rocket Mortgage Classic breakdown. Yet another week of PGA content coming at you. Super excited to bring this. We have something special, 4th of July weekend going on. We've got some golf. Baseball's ramping back up. Football's, it's in the air right now. But speaking of that, currently working on projections for the 2020 season. That's hopefully there. A lot of information is in the Excel sheet right now. We're projecting out every single player that we believe should be drafted. With our projections and every single regular season projection from 2019 that we could think of. It's going to be a lot of information. We're going to be probably putting it under NFL, and then it'll have its own tab, and you guys can check that out. So that's for another day. But we are here with the Rocket Mortgage Classic, like I said, breakdown. We dominated last week in PGA. Loved it. We had a lot of lineups in the green, so hopefully you were part of that. If you were, let us know down below. I'm bringing this video out a day earlier than normal. If you guys get this video to 50 likes and 50 comments obviously before they tee off on Thursday morning, we'll get you a free FanDuel and DraftKings GPP lineup there. So the normal thing that you guys are used to. We're going to break down the course. We're going to look at each hole. We're going to give you some cash plays, value plays, GPP plays, and if you guys want to see our core plays, you can sign up right here. You can do the month pass. If you want to get half off, you can use the promo code PGA month. It'll get you half off the month package, which will include the next 30 days of PGA, MMA, which they are off this coming weekend, but they're back the next weekend. NASCAR. Baseball will hopefully be back in that time as well. So a lot of information. Just kind of look at the course. We're going to go over previous winner. Normally it's winners. We'll talk about that, and we'll go on from there. So PGA Rocket Mortgage Classic DFS picks, July 2nd through the 5th. It's at the Detroit Golf Club at Detroit, Michigan. Last year was the first year of this tournament. So we have one previous winner. But boy, Nate Lashley, -25. That is a crazy score going on right there. Crazy score. I thought I had a great round of golf this past weekend. Got super, super drunk. Hit the ball. It was just smashing it. Pretty awesome. But -25 is crazy. I can't even imagine. I can't even hit par. So, whatever. I mean, obviously, Lashley will be, if he's in there, he would be one to take just because of his previous success. Looking at that, we did have a few players between when I put the video out and when they teed off to back out due to COVID testing. Some were the caddies, some were at home, some were themselves. So a lot of things to consider. Obviously, they're going to be very stringent on these tests, and we're going to look at that. We've got an extra day to kind of look at that stuff to see if anyone backs out. So whatever time you watch this video, by the time you watch it, there could be a couple of these guys who are out. That is something to pay attention to, but we will try our best to help you out. It's when we build our lineups. Usually build our lineups Wednesday night, like 9 p.m., because most of the times tee off is super early in the morning, so we get those lineups out as quick. I shouldn't say as quick, but as far out as we possibly can, where we're still confident that everything's going to go, the weather's going to be good, and everything like that. So, that being said, let's break down the holes here. So, hole 1, par 4, 381. 26% of the hits are birdie, 65% are pars. Average score is 3.847. A lot of par 4s on this course. And we're going to use the whole descriptions from PGA Tour as well. So if you want to see the percentages of eagles, birdies, pars, bogeys, and 2+ bogeys a little bit better, click the link down below. That'll be this article. The more views this article gets, the more I know you guys actually want to see it. It helps me bring more content to you guys. Well, it helps us. Jakey D is the one who does the PGA content, but let us know. Would love to hear how you guys are doing. Hole number 2, it's a par 4, 457 yards. Accuracy off the tee is critical on the second hole. With out of bounds, bunkers, and trees lining the fairway, players will be left with a mid to short iron into the green depending on the club selection off the tee, with many players opting not to hit the driver. So this is where our cheat sheet comes into play pretty damn well. So in our cheat sheet, we've got, on top of projections, odds, course history, recent results in the last 5 tournaments that they've played this year, or just the last 5 tournaments. Made cuts. We have driving distance. Who is the best at driving? We have driving accuracy. We have greens and regulations. Birdies are better gained, and double bogeys or worse percentages. So some of these holes, if you read this, they're going to say, oh, it's find the person who can hit it really, really well. You can go into our cheat sheet. You can look at the driving distance and the driving accuracy and build your lineups through there. That being said, 16% of birdies on hole number 2, 66% of par, and average score is 4.033. Hole number 3, third hole, is the only one on the south course that will be used for this tournament. Players will need to avoid having too much spin on their approach shots into the green. The green slopes dramatically from back to front, so any player finding themselves putting from up above the hole will need to be careful should they wish to avoid the dreaded 3-putt. And this past weekend, I was not able to avoid that very much, but they're going to have to lay up a little bit shorter and putt a little uphill so they can have, a better shot. You get up above the hole and you just miss the hole, it could roll for days, and that's where that dreaded 3-hole putt comes from. So, hole 3, par 4, 398 yards, 27% birdie, 65% par, 3.816 is the average score there. Hole number 4, longest hole on the course, par 5, 4th, will test big hitters should they attempt to reach this green in 2. Players that opt to lay up will need to have an accurate approach shot to this contoured green should they wish to walk away with a birdie. So if you take our cheat sheet and you look and you filter it by who hits the longest drives, Bryson DeChambeau, who's the most likely one you'll be wanting to work with, 317.3 is his driving distance recently. That's his average, and over the long term, over his career, 308.6. Then we've got some other golfers out there that they do hit it really long. Ryan Brehm, Matthew Wolff, Brandon Hagee. But will you be using them? That is, hard to say. So you can look, you can take the cheat sheet, you can check a lot of this information out. It'll help you out when you're reading the descriptions of each hole on the course. Hole number 4 is a par 5, 616 yards. Absolutely nuts. That's a huge hole. 31% birdies, which is kind of crazy. 63% pars with an average score of 4.743. Hole number 5, tee shot on the uphill par 3, 5th place, slightly longer than the yardage to a blind green. Any back pin location has the potential to produce difficult putting conditions with spine running across the back area of the green. A lot of this information is not known yet. Where the hole placement will be, that'll be out there as well. It's a par 3, 139 yards, 23% birdie, 68% par with an average score of 2.856. Hole number 6, accuracy off the tee on the 6th is at a premium. To have a clear approach to 2-tiered green, players will need to hit their tee shots down to the left side of the fairway while avoiding the fairway bunker. Any player that makes a birdie here will likely be picking up a stroke on the field. It's a par 4, 480 yards. So again, they've got to be very accurate on their drives. They've got to be very accurate with their distance as well. Par 4, 480 yards, 12% birdies, 69% pars with an average score of 4.093. Hole number 7, another tight driving hole. Accuracy off the tee on the 7th is at a premium for players trying to reach this par 5 and 2. Players that don't find the fairway will have to negotiate a challenging layup. Par 5, 542 yards, 48% birdies, 46% pars, with an average score of 4.549. So as you can see, the trend going down, you're going to want to find the golfers that have a chance to win this, have a chance to have really, really great odds at this course. Driving distance and accuracy, along with greens and regulation and more. So look at our cheat sheet. A lot of information in there. A lot of the golfers that you want to be using, they have been coming off of our cheat sheet. We have been winning money each week. So hopefully you will as well. Hole number 8 on the shortest par 4 of the course. Club selection off the tee will be important as players look to avoid fairway bunkers and out of bounds. A 2-tiered green. You're going to notice that. Also features significant drop-off on its left side, posing an interesting challenge. Par 4, 381 yards. It is 21% birdies, 66% pars, 13% bogeys. 3.923 is the average score there. Hole number 9. Ninth is a long, beautiful, slightly downhill par 3 that plays about half a club shorter than the yardage, with multiple tee complexes stretching the hole between 175 to 207 yards. Players will be faced with a challenging tee shot into a difficult and undulating green, closely guarded by out of bounds. So again, birdies here will be a bonus. They'll gain a stroke here. Got to be accurate. So the way you're building your lineups for this course, at least on the front 9 so far, accuracy, accuracy, accuracy. Not necessarily the only one to be able to drive distance-wise. You got to find the accuracy as well. Par 3, 214, 16% birdie, 67% pars, with an average score of 3.038. Hole number 10 is an opportunity to get off to a quick start on the back 9. A solid tee shot on the dogleg left. 10th leaves players with a short iron approach to the green. Birdies here should be plentiful like it says. 25% birdie, 62% pars, an average score of 3.889. So you can find ones, again, 428 yards in between there. It's still a par 4. Find that accuracy, find the distance. The 11th hole is the longest par 3 at the Detroit Golf Club and features a large tee complex that allows the hole to be played anywhere from 180 to 233 yards. That is a huge tee box. Players will need to manage a green that looks deceptively simple from the tee, but which has a front bull as well as several potential challenging hole locations, depending on where they put it. Par 3, 220 yards, 8% of birdie, 69% of pars. That is... for a par 3, 22% bogey, it's kind of crazy there. Average score here, 3.157. Hole 12, par is a great score on the long and difficult par 4. 12th, players managing to find the fairway will be left with a mid-iron into an elevated green, which features a false front, causing any approach shot that comes up short to roll off the green down a steep slope, move them off of their putter into either their chipper or move them off onto a pitching wedge here. Par 4, 465 yards, 15% birdies, 69% pars, with an average score of 4.007. Hole 13, the dogleg par 4, 13th requires a precise tee shot, so again, accuracy is key. Many players will opt for a fairway wood or long iron off the tee to set up a short iron into the elevated green. Spectators... Well, this is on the website, but spectators should see lots of birdies on this hole, not necessarily in person, without a crowd, but on the television. Par 4, 397 yards, 22% birdies, 65% pars, with an average score of 3.916. Moving on to hole number 14, par 5, 553 yards, 42% birdies, with 50% pars, 4.655 is the average score there. Hole number 15 is a classic Donald Ross designed par 3 that plays longer than the posted yardage. The 15th features a large bunkers protecting the front, left, and right sides of the green. So they need to be very accurate to get there on the green. Otherwise, they'll be playing from the beach. It's a par 3, 154 yards, so not bad. Only 17% of birdies, though, 70% pars. So a lot of people are finding that either coming up short so they don't go in the sand or they're out there on the beach for the day. Average score of the 15th hole, 2.969. Hole number 16, players will need to place their tee shots on the 16th, short of the fairway bunkers that guard the landing area right there, leaving them with a mid-iron approach to green. Many will face challenging birdie putts on what is one of the more underrated putting surfaces, not only in Detroit, but in the PGA. It's a par 4, 454 yards, 13% of birdies. That's very low for birdies. 74% of pars, especially on a par 4, with an average score of right at 4.000. Hole number 17, fans, in spirit, on the television, can expect to see excitement on the reachable par 5, 17th. Players will favor the right side of the fairway off the tee to set themselves up for a clean look at the green. A generous opening into the green will allow many to chase their second shots onto the putting surface. Coming down the stretch on Sunday, an eagle here could decide the tournament. Got our eye on a couple of guys I think can do it. Again, driving distance will come into play here on hole number 17. It's a par 5, 568 yards, 48% of birdies, 47% of people hit pars. Average score here, 4.509. And the final hole on the course, a great par 4 finishing hole. The 18th features a shallow ditch running the entire length that will dictate strategy from tee to green, with a fairway bunker and a large sycamore tree on the left and bunkers on the right. A tee shot in the fairway will be super critical here, leaving just short iron into the green. Once on the green, players will be faced with possibly the most difficulty in putting surface on the course. A par here very well may be all that is needed to win. So it could come down to this last hole, but got to pay attention. You got to find players that are really good at putting as well. Again, anything can happen with the best players, but find a handful of players for your core or just your player pool that you think could dominate with driving distance, accuracy, greens and regulations, especially putting. Par 4, 474 yards, 14% of birdies, 64% of pars, with an average score of 4.113. So there you go, guys. That is the breakdown of the course. Let's check out some of the plays. Now, I may murder some of these names, but again, it doesn't matter. You know who I'm talking about, especially because you can click the link down below and you can check the article out, which I implore you to do so I can see that you guys like to see this with the views there. So, value plays here, Brent Snedeker at FanDuel, he's 9,700. On DraftKings, he's 7,900. Brian Harmon, FanDuel, 9,700. DK, 7,900. Mark Hubbard, 8,800 on FanDuel, and DraftKings, he's 7,200. Some cash plays that we like. Maverick McNeely 50 on FanDuel, he's 9,300. On DraftKings, 7,600. Lucas Glover here, 9,800 on DraftKings, he is 8,400. And Victor Hovland, FanDuel, he's 10,900. And DraftKings is at a 10,000. A lot of these players are in our player pool. Now, just these are the plays that I have on here. They're not the only ones that I like. You will see that in our cheat sheet as well. So don't just think these are the only players we're building around, because that would be very wrong. Tournament plays here, Rory Sabatini. On FanDuel, he's 9,900. On DraftKings, he's 8,800. We've got Christian Bizuno. FanDuel is 9,600. DraftKings, 8,300. Another tournament play, Tyrell Hatton, 11,100 on FanDuel and 10,700 on DraftKings. So there you go, guys. That's the course breakdown. Those are the players we're looking at. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. We'll try to answer them. Try to get some notes up on the golfers that we like. You can find those on the cheat sheet once we get that completed. Probably be tomorrow, but I want to get this video out to you guys. So again, I'm going to drop it down. If this video gets 25 likes and 25 comments, we will give out, well, pin down below, a FanDuel and DraftKings GPP lineup / tournament lineup for you guys. So there you go, guys. Again, you can sign up. Go to fantasyteamadvisor.com, click FTA Plus, click on Join FTA Now. Use the promo code PGA Month. You're going to get a free, or you're going to get half off the month. It's going to get you every single DFS sport that we offer on the website for 30 days. That's what I've got, guys. Good luck today. Let me know how you did last week, and don't forget, bring home that bacon. Peace.